Last time on Fairy Tail Chapter 346, whatever magic spell has affected Erza has not only turned her into a little girl, but has also decreased her magic abilities. But she is confronted by Minerva, who has recently joined the Dark Guild Succubusci after abandoning Sabretooth. She decides to take the opportunity to fight Erza. Meanwhile, Natsu was also turned into a little boy. He used retrogression magic to turn Natsu and Erza into little kids, but also lower their magical abilities, plus their offense and defense. So now that Natsu is completely useless against this guy, what does he do? The old "what's that over there" trick. No, I am not kidding. Meanwhile, with the rest of Fairy Tail, they split up trying to find Natsu, leaving behind only Wendy and Lucy. However, they're being followed by the treasure hunters, who decided to target Lucy's keys, since all they care about are treasures and not frozen giants. Their lack of compassion really pisses off Wendy, so she and Lucy will fight against the treasure hunters. However, it seemed that Wendy was in serious trouble, but she is saved by Flare.
Okay, it's good and all that Flare is here, but what is she doing here? I mean, I know she's helping Lucy, but why? I mean, is it because of that new guild she's in? And seriously, the end of the panel, you have to draw another girl's boobs, Hiromashima?
Well, considering that 347 will be called Red, Blue, Blonde Hair Fight, I'm assuming she's there to help Lucy and Wendy, although I don't know what kind of guild she's in. And as for the boob shot, it's Hiromashima. I mean, of all the fan service in this series, this is the one you're annoyed with?
Okay, I see your point.
With Flare's appearance, can Lucy and Wendy gain the upper hand to beat the treasure hunters? Will Minerva actually beat Erza now that she is a little girl? What is the voice that is calling upon Natsu? And where the hell is Gray? What happened to the Eternal Flame? How will Fairy Tail unfreeze the giants? And what are Minerva's intentions with Succubusci? Find out in this week's chapter of Fairy Tail.
Hey guys, Lunar Spiral 27 here, bringing Fairy Tail Chapter 347, Red, Blue, and Blonde Hair Fight. So the chapter begins with Flare appearing to help Lucy and Wendy. Lucy asks what Flare is doing here, and she said that she was stalking Lucy. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if she was stalking her, but no. It turns out that Flare didn't have a place to return to, so she went back to her home, which turns out to be the Sun Village where the giants are inhabited. We actually learn a little bit more about Flare's backstory. She was actually raised by the giants in the Sun Village, and that crest she has just represents the Sun Village. She's not in a guild. So does this mean that Flare might join a guild eventually, or is she just going to stay in the Sun Village once the giants are unfrozen? Anyway, Flare was really pissed that the giants were frozen, and she hated the fact that the treasure hunters after the eternal flame, and she would do whatever it takes to protect it. So she used her hair to attack them, but Hiroshi uses his sword to slice off the hair. So Lucy summons Cancer to regrow her hair. I didn't really understand that because I know Cancer is a hairstylist, but how the hell can he regrow her hair? Well, apparently it was a technique called hair growth scalp care, a special magic ability that Cancer has, I guess. I don't know. And the weirdest thing was how Flare got an orgasm when he was doing that. No, I'm totally not kidding. Basically, Lucy will fight against Drake, the sniper. Hiroshi is gonna fight against Flare, and Wendy will fight against Rara. Now, with Lucy, she summoned Sagittarius to keep an eye on Drake and Virgo so that she could dig underground and attack Drake from behind. But since the ice had super magical properties, it actually prevented Virgo to dig underground. And Sagittarius actually got shot. I was really disappointed in this, considering that in a few chapters ago he was actually capable of taking down Drake's bullets, and he just stood there, and in the end he got shot and sent back to the Celestial Spirit World. Very disappointing, really. Anyway, with Flare, she actually used her hair to attack Hiroshi, but surprise, surprise, he cuts her hair down when she used the Kamishigure Ryoga. But according to her, the hair was actually something she received from the blessings of the Eternal Flame, which we see her hair catch on fire and explode, called the Kamishigure Hotarubi. It actually did manage to cause some damage on Hiroshi. And we see actually Wendy fighting against Rara, and she's really holding her own against him. But with that hammer thingy, he managed to grab Wendy with it. Okay, and with Drake, seriously, how is he missing Lucy? He's supposed to be this well-known sniper, and yet he keeps missing or aims at her feet. And with Flare, she got her hair tied by Hiroshi. So yeah, the girls are struggling against the treasure hunters. And then you had Hiroshi saying one of the most sexist things I've ever seen in this manga, considering that this manga consists of women in so many fan service shots. What he said is that it's 10 years too early for mages like you to come pick a fight with us. Women like you should just know your place, and that's simply shaking their asses for men like us. Wow. Okay, I will be honest. I didn't like the treasure hunters, but when they were like holding their own against Fairy Tail, I was a bit impressed. And considering what he just said, I'm starting to like them even less. Sexist assholes. Also, I don't know why this was supposed to be funny, but apparently Virgo starts shaking her ass, and I'm like, why? Maybe I'm not into the fairy tale humor sometimes, but then Lucy actually says to Hiroshi, it's 100 years too early for you to pick a fight with mages like us. So Wendy actually used Kaioken. No, I'm sorry. She uses arms to break out of the hammer. Flare actually made her hair longer and managed to tie up Hiroshi, which again, what the hell was the point with summoning Cancer if Flare can make her hair longer? What was the point of that? I mean, if Flare got her hair cut, she could have made it longer. So there was no point in summoning Cancer to fix up her hair. Anyway, now with Drake the sniper, he actually was attacked from behind by Loki. And this is, I don't know why, but this is similar to how the Garou Knights were defeated. They all got taken down in one hit on the same 2-page spread at the very same time and got their asses kicked. Just like here. But the thing is, with the Garou Knights, they were led to believe to be strong, capable opponents. Here, on the other hand, the treasure hunters, all they have are their weapons. And if you got rid of their weapons, they are completely useless. Not only that, but they come off as unlikable, comic relief, sexist assholes. So maybe it's because I dislike these guys more than I did with the Garou Knights that makes this less disappointing than when the Garou Knights were all taken down so easily. So anyway, Rara was defeated by Wendy's Sky Dragon's wing attack. Flare used the Kamishigure Chidori against Hiroshi, and Drake was taken down by Lucy and Virgo kicking at him up in the air. So yeah, the treasure hunters are defeated. They are shot up in the air, Team Rocket style, and that is basically where the chapter ends. So yeah, this is Fairy Tail chapter 347. Honestly, the fight was actually enjoyable in a way. I mean, it was cool to see Wendy holding on her own, and she was actually kicking some ass. I thought it was pretty cool. Flare, I thought her magic was pretty cool too. Although there were some funny moments here and there that maybe you guys might find funny. Me personally, I don't know. And as I said before, now that they don't have their weapons with them, I think that the treasure hunters are not going to show up ever again. Or if they do show up, I don't know how they could be totally useful. Are they just going to be reduced to comedic relief? I mean, I assumed that the treasure hunters were just pointless fodder. And, if they do come back and it proves my point that they are fodder, then, what, screw them. I know it sounds a bit harsh for me to think about these treasure hunters, but I just don't see what the point is with their characters. I guess it's to reintroduce the moon drip, but what's the point of the moon drip if it's not enough to melt the ice? I mean, all it did was lead up to the mysterious voice that Natsu was trying to follow. Now, next week's chapter is called Return of the Demon. A lot of people are saying that it's either Arcadios or Acnologia. Me, I don't know at the moment. It could be a connection to Succubus Eye or probably the On-Switch guy, since in the previous chapter that I didn't mention in the recap, he referred to himself as a non-human. so he's probably a demon himself. So maybe we'll get to see him try to fight against Natsu. Then again, I don't know how Natsu will be capable of beating On Switch Guy now that his magic have been completely weakened. But then again, it is fairy tale, so maybe they'll come up with a way to win. But Erza is also weakened from her magical abilities, and Minerva's there, and she also had a hard time beating Minerva in the Grand Magic games, so not sure really. Although maybe the most likely way they could beat him is to find the Eternal Flame, or to find who the mysterious voice belongs to. Although there was actually no sign of Gray or the X Seed, so what happened to Gray? Considering this is some sort of special type of ice, Gray might have a significant part in this arc, but so far nothing yet. So what did I think about this chapter? I will admit the fight was enjoyable in a way, and it was actually, I thought the chapter wasn't that bad. I thought it was a decent chapter. I mean, I did like seeing Wendy kicking some ass, Flair and Lucy too, although I didn't see what the point is of summoning Cancer or Sagittarius, since Sagittarius got defeated so easily. Yeah, so that's basically all I gotta say for this week's chapter. Now, for a quick little update. Now, I started my summer part-time job this week, and I'm gonna be working like 6 days a week. So my reviews may be late, as well as my Attack on Titan reaction videos. However, I do have Wednesdays off, so I will still be able to do my chapter reviews on Naruto and Bleach. As for the rest of the chapters, like Toriko and Fairy Tail, there's still no guarantee at the moment. So I hope you guys will be patient with me on this one, alright? So, that is Fairy Tail chapter 347. I'm going to 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.